This is our feathers blog for the CMS Conference of the Parties number 10. Without a shadow of a doubt, this has been a momentous meeting for birds and bird conservation. A number of species have been listed on the appendices, and they are Saker falcon, red-footed falcon, far eastern and the bristle-thighed curlews, all on Appendix 1. The bobolink, which is a North American bird, is on Appendix 2. But it goes deeper than that. There was also a resolution in support of Saker falcon conservation that looks to set forward a package of conservation measures and a conservation agenda that's quite specific, as well as establishing a task force, which is quite important for Saker falcon conservation going forward. It was a very contentious issue to negotiate, and colleagues in the bird conservation world worked tirelessly and around the clock, I can assure you, to get that one through. But it's more than that. They've been busy. There's also a global flyways policy that has now been passed through resolution and will have lasting impacts on the way that avian memorandum of understanding and agreements are formed in the future. Land birds in the African and Eurasian region also now feature in the policy landscape to come. Power lines and the impacts power lines have on migratory birds has been passed through a resolution with the aim of reducing this quite serious and severe threat to many migratory birds in many parts of the world. Wildlife diseases got a look in as well with its own resolution, and a process set in place to continue that important work. And then also that old nugget of how do we decide what's a species and what's a population, and how do we determine what the listings of Appendix 1 and Appendix 2 for CMS compared with the listing of Appendix 1 and Appendix 2 of CITES and maybe some other MEAs. How do we determine how they look and how they relate to each other? Birds are the ones that are in the firing line just at this point, and so a resolution was passed on the taxonomy and the nomenclature of bird species on the CMS appendices, and that will be worked on between now and the next COP and come forward to CMS CoP10 for a resolution. So, as I said, a momentous meeting for birds and bird conservation stakeholders, and I think that without exception they've all left the meeting feeling very happy with the successes for our avian feathered friends.